So like Dexter's a better shot than me when it comes to that 22. Like skip that. Like hey, I'm about odds. Like I want my odds are better if I shoot a shot. You know, like I can boom boom boom. Dexter sit there and he patient and put it on their head and stuff. Cause he don't want to mess up no meat. I'll skip all of that. Hey, I'm finna blow this mug in peace.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Straight Chaos No Chaser. I'm Adrian, your host. And today, I got a little gang on here today. We got Lyle, we got Dexter, we got Detrick, and we got Derrick. We're talking about hunting this evening. And so these men are going to shed some light, actually for me, as far as what goes into hunting. But hopefully this is a teaching and learning process for maybe them as well. So before we get started, I want to make a toast. Y'all got something to drink? Let's make a toast to making it plain to get into it. Cheers. Boop. Yeah. What y'all drinking? Lyle, what you drinking? Wait, Lyle, what you drinking?
I'm an Uncle Nearest.
That look like it put some hair on my chest.
Good man.
That's good.
Yeah.
Dexter, what you drinking?
Crown.
Oh yeah, see, my type of brother. Detrick, what you got over there?
Hey, I'm Crown too.
Derrick, what are you drinking?
I don't even know their name. I'm trying to reach the bottle now.
He probably drinking Christian Brothers.
Urban Jerk.
Yeah, Jerk. When I go to the liquor store, I always like to try new whiskey. Smoke Wagon.
Okay. It's decent. How is it?
It's straight.
Yeah.
Not like 10 cup. You had 10 cup yet?
Oh, 10 cup legit.
Yeah, it's about like 10 cup.
I never heard of that. Okay. So on my show, I like to do a segment called What's Good, What's Bad, and What's Ugly. So this is about anything. So whether it's your day, life, it doesn't matter. And you may not have anything that's bad or ugly. So I'm going to start with Detrick. What's good, what's bad, and what's ugly?
What's good? Shoot, you will start with me. I promise you. Want to... hey, everything is lovely out here.
That's good.
Everything is lovely. Hey, the bad right now, I got a dog that I can't train too good, so that's the bad right now.
And what's ugly?
Shoot, I ain't got nothing ugly.
Oh.
Not at all.
I like to snap to that.
I ain't got nothing, no.
What about you, Lyle? What's good, what's bad, what's ugly?
What's good? Life is good right now. Having a lot of new opportunities, such as hunting. That's good. You know, what's bad? What's bad is I guess the growing pains, the learning. Learning has been kind of bad at times. Missed opportunities. What's ugly? Not being able to sneak off from work and go get a good hunt in the middle of the day, right before the sun go down, like some other little homies around the way. So that's kind of ugly. I'm feeling some kind of way about that.
It's called being an adult.
I don't want to be an adult. I want to have my stuff in the back of my truck. I want to be able to scoot off from work real quick, go get a hunt in. If they call me, oh yeah, I'll be there in a minute, and just go ahead and go back in. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I haven't got my whole thing together yet. I haven't figured out how to make that work yet. So that's kind of ugly right now.
Okay, well maybe they'll teach you how to make that work, if that's possible.
I'm all ears.
What about you, Dexter? What's good, what's bad, and what's ugly?
What's good? Hunting is good. I hunt about every day. I leave work and I go hunting any day I want to. What's bad? I competition hunt. I done had a few bad breaks the past couple weekends and didn't finish where I should have, so that's bad. What's ugly? Ain't nothing necessarily ugly. It's just a string of bad luck. I lost a promising young dog probably a month ago now, and trying to bounce back from that, and just trying to get in this groove of this comp season and do some winning. So that's about it. But hey, we take our lumps and bumps and we keep on going.
Okay. What about you, Big D?
Let's see. My pop got cancer, so I ain't work out there and dealing with him, getting him back and forth to treatment. That's the bad. But they're good. Pop's doing good, so
that's
me.
Good. Well, definitely, I will keep your pops in my prayers. You as well.
Blessings to the family, man.
So now I want to get into our episode. So I want to ask a question. How long have you been into hunting? Like, how did you get into hunting? Let's maybe do like clockwise. So Big D.
What your clock look like?
I ain't got no clock. What's going on here?
I started with my old man. Yeah, me and my old man got me into hunting, fishing outdoors. So ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper, we've been walking tracks, running dogs, squirrel hunting, doing whatever. So just the way of life. I supposed to be talking something. That was it.
No, you answered the question. I say if we're gonna be specific, at the age of 7, that's when I started hunting and trying to kill stuff. I started probably in just going a little bit deeper. You probably a lot of folks coming up. You kill birds and squirrels and lizards in school. Yeah, like that was my favorite thing to do. As soon as I get home, go and grab that BB gun and something got to die. So it just built from there. And so that's probably going 19 years or so. So been a good while. I ain't never stopped.
Just for me, it's only been like 2 years. I had a job opportunity in Alabama, so I took the job and met some guys, who hunt. I was like, shit, I want to go. He's like, you don't want to hunt? I said, yeah, I do. Let's go. I just showed up, you know what I mean? With some regular clothes on, layered up, and we just went out there. So it's only been about 2 years.
Shoot, I've been, as far as, my first love was fishing. So I fished a lot. And then I messed around and met my dog Dexter, and we started coon hunting. So that's when I was like, nigga, so what was that? Was that school? Yeah, that about 2013. Give or take. 2013. So shoot, I've been in it for a little minute as far as coon hunting. Like that's the main thing that I do. I do a lot of coon hunting. I do some deer hunting. Now I got out here in Mississippi, so we run dogs with deers now. So I've just been doing that for the last 2 years. So it ain't bad. So, but my first far as what I do heavy now is strictly coon
hunting. So with coon hunting, how complicated is that?
Coon hunting, like I started out with Dexter. Me and him, I had got a dog. My first dog I got was Snoop. So I pretty much you got to start out by like when they're a puppy, you got to start off doing like little drags and stuff like that. When I say drags, you get like a coon hide, and then me and Dexter will drag that sucker maybe 40, 50 yards and hang up in the tree, and then cut the dog loose out the pen and let him use his nose to track it down. Then we might take that bad boy 100 yards, then 200 yards. Then initially you gotta graduate and finally get you a raccoon, and then you let the dog see the raccoon. So that's when Dexter brought his dog Michi over. So that's the one that pretty much started his kennels. But brought Michi over, showed him how to bark at a cage coon, show him how to you got to build that prey drive in them, make them aggressive towards the raccoon. So that way they want to track it down every time you cut them loose. So once he did that, we pretty much just cut the dogs loose, and then after a while they just pick up on it. And then it's up to you to keep it going. Just take them out there by themselves so they can learn how to do it on their own. Because the old dogs show them so much, but if they after a while we call that backpacking. They get used to just following another dog to the tree and stuff like that. They ain't working on their own. So that's the stage I'm in right now. I got a black and tan coon hound now. So that's the stage I'm in now. Like Snoop showed my black and tan young dog how to do it. So now I got to just take out by itself. So it's pretty bunch of long nights. Some nights it can be short. Some nights it's long. They might do what they supposed to do. She might go out there tree you a coon. Some nights she might just go out there just saying that she smells something, but never finish a track out. So it all comes with a young dog. You just gotta you gotta be persistent with them before you can start taking them to competitions and stuff. So that's what a big thing to me and Dexter in. Like he do a lot more squirrel hunting. I mean, he don't finish a couple dogs out in coon hunting, but I just went to a coon hunt the other night and got my tail tore up. So it's a gift and a curse, but it's a lot of fun though.
Okay. So Lyle, what do you think is like what have you found to be the hardest part of hunting for you? Being a newcomer.
The hardest part is sitting still. Something so simple and moving slow. You might be. I'm in a tree stand lots of times, right? I'm in a tree stand and I hear something behind me, and I'm like, yo, is it what is it? Is it a squirrel? Is it a deer? What is it? And identifying the sounds. When you first walk into the woods and you've never heard the world wake up, you never heard animals wake up around you, you don't know what the hell is going on. So you're looking around like, yo, what is this? What is that sound? And you're just moving. You want to see what's going on. But moving too fast, sitting still, and being able to identify the sounds that you're hearing in the woods and know how to respond. That's been the hardest thing for me.
So how did you guys train your ears for that?
Ears. Not so much. It don't matter. Squirrels make so much noise. It don't matter. Whatever in life, when them squirrels start moving, you gonna look and see what's moving. And about 80% of the time, it's gonna be a squirrel. It's just that's just part of. I don't even worry about it when I'm deer hunting. I don't even worry about it at this point. Like, because if it's a deer, I'ma see it. But if you look over there and you don't see it, it's probably a squirrel. So that's just part of it. Like it's not no training your ears or zoning it out. It just comes with the territory. I mean, squirrels and birds gonna make the most absolute noise. Period. A deer got marshmallows on their feet. You ain't gonna hear nothing. It's just a boom. It just came out of nowhere. And there go a deer. So now what you gonna do? That's how it is. But it's a beautiful thing just to be out there and see, like you say, the world wake up and the sun come up, it's sun just starting to peek out a little bit, birds start chirping, now you hear a little chatter through the limbs and the leaves of squirrels, and hopefully, deer show up soon, but it's just part of it. But the being still part, I could say that's probably one of the hardest things for newcomers or just a lot of folks, period, because you just really got to want it. Like, I can go out there and sit all day if, that's what I want to do. Like, I ain't going nowhere. Some folks can't sit but 2 hours and they got to go. Like, but if you really, really want it and you dedicated to it, and you are, you done did everything right, the time is right, your spot is right, the best thing you can do is get you a comfortable seat, get you a good stand, don't shortchange on your clothes, make sure your feet ain't cold, make sure your hands ain't cold, because the more comfortable you are, the longer you can sit, the stiller you can be. So I say that's probably the main thing I say is just being comfortable.
Lyle, you look like you was about to ask something or say something.
I said you were speaking about how the deer are walking on marshmallows, right? They're so quiet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're 100% right. And I think that I had to realize, identify the different seasons where I'm hunting at a lot of leaves. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to hear something instead of just seeing them first. I was able to hear them first at one point in time, but then when I moved my hunting environment, I wasn't able to hear nothing. I was only going to see them, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So seeing, knowing what the environment you're in and knowing how how you want to move and how you want to observe and things like that was something new to me, man. So I mean, you speaking jewels right now. I'm listening.
Me too. I'm ready to hunt.
9 times out of 10, if it sounds too good to be a deer, it ain't a deer.
Oh, absolutely right.
Okay.
Absolutely right. Possums, armadillos.
Armadillos sound like a Mack truck coming through the woods.
My heart done got the beating up into my throat, and I'm just knowing some big finna walk out, and it'll be the biggest possum or armadillo I've never seen in my life. So, hey, that deer, it just gonna show up. It's just like, shoot, magic. Boom, there he go right there. Come on with it. But anything else, like I say, when you hunt them, you don't see them. But the day that you, are looking for them, here they come. So it's just, you just never know. It's everything about hunting, especially deer hunting, stand hunting, still hunting. If you're not hunting with a dog, it's about just being in the right spot at the right time. And that's why I was saying about, you got a good spot. The wind is in your favor. You ain't make a lot of noise coming in. All that type of stuff really plays a big factor in deer hunting. You saying you're having a hard time, sitting still. But if you was to do another type of hunting, right now you just deer hunting. But like you said, I think you might say you go dove hunting. Dove hunting, you can move a little bit. If you ever go, run dogs. If you ever go run dogs, go squirrel hunting, coon hunting, rabbit hunting, you moving. So it's you ain't now you got to worry about is my stamina up to par with walking 2-3 miles or sometimes 8 miles. If you on a real good hunt, so it just changes the game depending on what you into. And I'm sure as you keep on progressing, as time goes on, you get into more and more types of hunting, more people you meet. Hey man, come out here, go with us. Hey, you would find oh man, this right here is all right. I mean, because Alabama is still a big, dog hunting state, and there's some folks that hunt dogs. They might drop 200 dogs. There's 100 people out there, and they ain't worried about sitting still. They ain't worried about being quiet because them dogs gonna bring them to the gun, and it's just a different world.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when you said something like that, how do you guys take precautions when you're hunting in a large area and it's a bunch of people? Like, how does that work? Or it's not like that?
I mean, where I hunt private land. So that what you talking about, that's more of a public land thing. Where I hunt, I got a lease. We hunt private land. So when we get up in the morning, we text each other, hey, I'm hunting stand B. I'm over at the cemetery. I'm back there in the back 40. We let each other know where we at. And we strategically set up where we don't have to worry about crossfire and all that type of stuff. But public land, that's a whole beast. Because you don't know who out there, who's sipping on some natty lights and see some move and want to shoot. And, yeah. Hunting period can be dangerous for people who don't do it right.
Which is very true. Like especially with this dog hunt down here in Mississippi, we normally space out. You normally gonna space out where you can see somebody. So you gotta wear your orange, so that way you can see the next person by you. You definitely want to ask questions. You don't want to just be like, "Hey man, we going to hunt. You want to go? Yeah." You don't want to take nobody who new to the game. They get excited and the damn deer come running across, and then they forget you standing 40 yards away from, and then you get shot or something like that. So we normally try to space out, and then you try to be in a line some type of way. So that way, hey, if you cross this line, if that deer cross this line, you better wait till you can turn, and then you can go shoot at this deer. So you don't want to line up this guy, you in a circle, and I can shoot straight across that circle and shoot you dead in your face. Like, you don't want to do that.
Okay, so there is a system.
Yeah. So it is a system. It's a method to the madness. In the end of the day, like when we line up a block, that block might be 500. We might do 2,000 acres or something like that, and each person maybe like they might be 5, 6, 7, 800 yards apart or something like that.
Okay.
So everybody wants. So you ain't got to worry about too many people shooting you with a shotgun. It's those folks shooting with a rifle that they can reach out and touch.
So Dexter, you were just talking about a lot of different when you were speaking to Lyle about hearing and being able to train your ear, you were just talking about the different animals that you may be hunting. So what my next question is, so what do you guys hunt? Is there anything that you don't hunt?
Me, no. I hunt some things more than others. Growing up, I was hard on deer hunting. I mean, I was a deer hunting fool. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't care about nothing else but going deer hunting. I mean, all the while I did still go squirrel hunting, and I went rabbit hunting, and whatever else I could do. But deer hunting was my number one thing. In 2012, I got into squirrel dogs, and since then, once I got a good one and I could do it successfully, I haven't deer hunted nearly as much as I used to, and especially once I left Alabama, because Alabama, when that's where I met D at, and that's where I met Black Cat too, and Alabama was lovely for everything that any man that loves hunting and fishing wants to do. Like we had the perfect setup, period. So there, I still did, a lot of deer hunting, but now I probably deer hunt at the most 10 days out of the season, and every other day I'm squirrel hunting. So, and not necessarily hunting as far as killing, but I'm working a dog, getting prepared for a competition or just trying to get a dog more cleaner and finished to where I have a product that I can show somebody and say, yeah, it's a nice dog right here. So that's just how things have kind of changed for me. But I still try to hunt everything. I like to take trips, like go to Texas and where else I've hunted, North Carolina. Like I like to go places. Me and Detrick have been on a couple goose hunts over the past couple of years. I went to Texas and hunted rams and hogs and stuff like that. So anything that breathes, I pretty much would like to kill it, So it just depends on how I'm feeling and what I want to do, and if I got somebody to go do it with, and we try to make it happen.
What about the rest of y'all?
Me personally, I don't hunt none that either I or somebody I know don't want to eat. That's just me. I don't hunt coyote, bobcat, like trap. Some people go out for them. If I don't want to eat or somebody else don't want to eat, I don't kill it. Now I was younger. If it breathes, I want to kill it. I mean, just because it was all about hunting. But now that I've been doing it for a while, just whatever somebody want to eat.
Oh, hey,
I don't cool hunt.
Go ahead, D.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead about your cool hunt. I want to hear this story.
No, I'm saying me personally, I don't cool hunt. I want to get in the cool hunt, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been in the woods all my life. Being in the woods at nighttime, that's a whole nother beast. It's nothing like daytime. We can see where you're going, see your steps. Like, I could be rabbit hunting and jump a covey of quail, and I got a gun in my hand, I still take off running. If somebody scare you that bad. So at nighttime, I ain't want to even lie to you. I ain't no punk, but nighttime is a whole nother beast. That's why they laughing, because they know it.
Oh, boy. Hey, you ain't lying. Hey. Now, I'll tell you one thing that will make you nervous. Hey, if you run up on some turkeys on roofs at night and you out there in the woods by yourself and that stuff sound like some damn Jeepers Creepers, boy, you'll shoot every damn bullet in your gun. I promise you, G. Hey, that motherfucker scare the hell out of you. Hey, that first time it happened to me, boy, hey, yeah, time to go. Call them dogs in. Time to go, because I don't know what the hell's going on. But I mean, once you get used to it, and then you get so addicted to, hey, this dog finna go out here and do work. Soon that dog, get treed, you finna break your neck. Hey, it don't matter if it's 0.5 or a half a mile or a mile. You gonna walk to that dog to see what this dog got up his tree. Hey, then that's the good, bad, and the ugly right there. Because I promise you, it's bad, it's ugly when you walk a half a mile or a mile to a dog and he got a possum. And boy, that'll break your heart every time. You like, boy, I don't walk through all these bushes. I don't got tore by all these briars, and I'm talking about then I know I gotta walk this mile back. Hey, and just to see it done, hey, well, like Dexter call it cheese face pop. Hey, so you'll be hot as all get out. So I promise you, it's rough. It's like they say, it's hard but fair.
It's some good exercise. Sound like it.
What
about you? What about you, Lyle? What do you hunt?
Like I said, new hunter, so just doing deer. I've done dove. I've gone out turkey hunting before. Didn't see any toms or whatever, so wasn't able to shoot. But those are the three things I've hunted so far. I'm looking forward to doing more. I'm open to doing more. Just my network of hunters is kind of small. I don't have any brothers that I'm linked in to right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, you got it right here. Boom.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So this is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So I have some good guys who I work with, and they're solid dudes, nice guys, respect. You know what I mean? All the time. Take me out. It's cool, but it's nothing like having brothers around you and doing this type of thing. You know what I mean? Every time I tell my family I'm going out hunting, like, yo, be careful. Take your extra pistol with you. We see these things on TV. These folks, they doing this, doing that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I appreciate it. I got it. I'm good. You know what I mean? But just, I'm looking. So right now, I'm looking for a network of brothers. You know what I'm saying? That I can really get in with. You know what I mean? My guys are good. They solid dudes. Don't get me wrong. But it's nothing like seeing somebody look like you doing the things you're doing. So that's what.
Hey, what did you say you was at?
Huntsville. I'm up top.
Hey, you a cop?
I'm up top.
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
D was about to quit messing with him.
Oh boy, we was not.
What did you worried about out here, son? but no, for real though. I just left Huntsville in December, man. We killed a bunch of coons up there, man. I got a bunch of I got a few guys that I hunt with up there. Like we go to a bunch of that national forest land up there, man. We killed a lot of coons up there. So like, I come up there from time to time. So what I do, especially like D said, it's a whole nother world. But if you got somebody out there with you talking to, me and Dexter go out there, talk, we drink, we kick it. Hey, I'm talking about, hey, you stumble, fumble, laughing at jokers, tripping over logs and falling. Hey, dog, you really have a good time, man. Especially when you got, like you say, folks that look like you, doing the same thing. You'll have a good time. But yeah, the next time I come up to Huntsville, man, I come up there. I don't know how many times a year, but I come up there quite often. So I definitely hit you up. So at least you can experience at least once, man.
I need to, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Holla me, dude.
You might not like it, but I think look, if you once you start seeing these dogs working and stuff, it's addictive as all get out, man. Yeah, I promise you'll be hooked.
Yeah, so, I'm open to it. I'm open to it, man. I remember you talking about coon hunting, you talking about rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting. I remember when I first went on my first couple hunts, and we came back to my guy's house, and we unload the rifles and all that stuff, talking or whatever. This cat, so hey man, you want to carry some of this venison? Because we didn't get a deer the first couple times. You want to carry some of the venison on? I said, yeah, let me get a little bit. So he gave me a little venison, gave me some fish he had caught from my lake around the corner. Hey man, take some of this with you too. I was like, I grabbed it. I said, what's this? He said, rabbit. I said, dog. I said, it looked like a rabbit. I can't take that home to my family, dog. Like it just, all this stuff is new to me. Like I'm from the city. Like I was from Illinois. I was born in Chicago. I'm from Bloomington. Like moved to Atlanta. Like I'm a city cat, so this stuff is new to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a rabbit, put a rabbit in my hand. I'm like, bro, what am I do with this? Like, I can't take this home to the crib. I ain't there yet.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, hey, I need to know. I need to, that's how I felt about dove. The first time I ate a dove breast, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what is this? But it turned out it was all right.
Yo, boy, that dove hunting real. Me and Dexter went to Texas and went down there. It's real. I promise you. To get better, you need to skeet shoot though, G. You just go out there just thinking you finna swing and shoot a bird going 100 miles an hour.
Boy, I
You
found
have
out.
a long night. You will shoot 2 cases for 16 dubs. Hey, I promise you. I don't know if you limited it out, but you will shoot 100 bullets for 16.
I'm gonna say this to you, bro. Like deer hunting, cool. We all deer hunted. I think everybody who hunts must have been deer hunting before. But if you a dog person and you like dogs, it's nothing like the joy of watching a rabbit dog run, a coon dog, a bird dog, whatever, a squirrel dog, whatever that dog bred to do, to see that dog do it, and the intensity and the tenacity they use to get it, ain't nothing like it. Nothing.
Oh boy, he ain't lying. Like I'm going at the end of the month to East Texas. So it's called Gauls, Texas. I'm going down there to hog hunt. So we do a thermal hunt at night, and then we'll turn around in the morning, and then we'll run dogs in the morning to catch the hog. Then you got to have a pit bull coming in, and the pit bull is a catch dog. The cur dog will go beta hog. So then you got to come in there and stab the hog. When I tell you, G, it ain't nothing like it. It ain't
stabbing the hog right in here, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, hey, you stab the hog. Hey, G, when I tell you the first time I ever went, hey, it was the most nerve-wracking stuff. Like, I don't know if you've seen Jurassic Park, but shit, man, all you see is damn bushes doing this, and you hear a bunch of squealing and dogs just growling and doing stuff. And he talking about, let's go in there. I'm like, nah, G, I don't think he really got it. Like, I really can't see where I'm going. And then, you don't see all these horror stories where hogs run by you and clip your leg and do all that silly stuff. Gee, it was nerve-wracking, but shoot, man, once we got, hey, like you say, everything is a learning curve. Once you get over your nerves, man, to get like, well, hey, they ran in there and nobody got clipped yet. Hey, I think I'm good to go. So shoot, it's definitely live. Like this probably be like my 3rd or 4th time going down there. Like it's definitely live, man. I promise you.
So, what do y'all use for hunting? Like, depending on what you hunt, depends on. Let me ask this question.
We get where you going with it. What caliber gun and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So
like if you want to use a bow and arrow, versus a gun. Yeah, we got you. Far as squirrels go, with Dexter like to use like a 22. I like to use a shotgun and stuff like that. Cause shoot, if they running, I like to kill everything. Like when it comes to killing, like I ain't trying to miss. Like that squirrel is running out, what we call timbering, like jumping from tree to tree. Like I want a bullet that has a bunch of shots come out of it to grab this squirrel. So like Dexter is a better shot than me when it comes to that 22. Like skip that. Like I'm about odds. My odds are better if I shoot a shot. Like I can boom boom boom. Dexter sit there and he patient and put it on their head and stuff because he don't want to mess up no meat. I'll skip all of that. Hey, I'm finna blow this mug in peace.
Yeah. Me swear I like 22 too. Actually, me and D, when we was in Skiki, we used to have so much fun with them pellet guns, bro. We killed every squirrel over in town.
Oh boy, hey, hold tight. Hey, this is the funniest junk I ever heard right here. This dude Dexter, hey, talking about a pellet gun. Hey, around Blue. Hey, I don't know if you remember that horse named Blue. Hey, but large animal. Hey, Dexter used to kill every pigeon in Tuskegee. Hey, I'm talking about, you pull up on Saturday, he gonna be feeding pigeons. Hey, you see pigeons dropping the egg, and he sitting in his truck like a sniper shooting pigeons. I'm like, oh boy, this is the realest joke I ever knew in my life. Like this joke just gotta see something die. Hey boy, gotta see something die. This joke was shooting pigeons out of his truck. Next thing you know, here I come with a damn pellet gun shooting pigeons out of a truck. I like, boy, I like that. Hey, cause them pigeons, they dumb. You can shoot one, they'll fly off and come back to the same power line. You can shoot another one. I'm like, golly.
I say this though, I was already hunting before I met Dex. I kept hearing people that I was cool with in Facebook talking about, it's a dude from Arkansas. He hunt. You can meet him. I finally met dude. Dude, he gung ho with it. If you hang around him, whatever he into, he gonna get you right. If you running dogs, he gonna make sure. hey man, can't make them at home. Got to work the dog. Whatever you doing, you don't want to get up and go work. Go and scout for deer. He gonna talk about you. Gonna make you go and get up. So he gonna get you right. He gonna make sure that that's what he do. He gonna talk about you so bad. And hey. Yeah, you gonna get right. You gonna get right.
Hey, B, what you say? Hey, you ain't never lied. Hey, that's him all day. Hey.
Only thing I had on him. Only thing I had on D was he turned out fishing. So I got him right with fishing. So when the way he talked about me about hunting, man, you can't do nothing. You want to lay up and rub your feet all night and all that kind of stuff. It comes, want to get warm, and I get him back on the lake. But he got pretty tight on that water too, though.
Hey, that's right. Hey, I promise you, I tell anybody, my whole fishing career changed when I met D. Hey, the first time we went fishing, I ain't had no fishing poles. I mean, I fished back home, but I ain't had nothing. I said, let me go get some. We go fishing. I think I went and spent $20 or $30 at Academy or Walmart or somewhere to just bought some little stuff. Went out there, D out there with big 7-foot long poles and baits the size of fishing baits the size of my hand and everything else. But hey, I'm fishing too. Hey, I caught some fish, but D was catching big fish. How you catching these big fish? Hey, he ain't really say much. He like, hey, big bait catch big fish. Little bait catch a bunch of little fish. Hey, next time we went, I had some bigger bait. Hey, so now, hey, as time go on, hey, I'm learning from him, seeing what he doing. Hey, and I'm starting to catch on, and I'm putting it to him like, oh, you getting pretty good. Hey, and that's the same way, and that's like Lyle. That's exactly how it go. Like each one teach one, especially like if you passionate about doing something like this. Because man, like I say, before I met D when fishing, I know we're talking about hunting, but it all kind of equates to the thing.
Yeah.
It's like he was like I didn't care. If I caught a fish, I caught a fish. D is a bass fisherman, and he really, how some folks are like, hey, he could be a bass fisherman if he wanted to in real life. But it's just like you see so much and you learn so much stuff to where you just kind of get engulfed in it. And now all I want to do is bass fish. I don't want to go fish with no worms. I don't want to go fish with no crickets or minnows like I did when I was coming up, because I feel like now I can bass fish. I'm a bass fisherman. And man, hey, that came from him. Like we like I say, when I say Tuskegee, Alabama really was probably the best place I ever lived for my life right now. Man, we fished about every day in the summertime. Like if he'd call me, where you at? Oh, I'm over here. I'll be out there in a minute. Like we fished all the time. Like you say, oh, killing squirrels with pellet guns. Hey, anytime we not fishing, hey, we out here killing squirrels with pellet guns. Like we always was doing something. Like we never, like all my years in school, I never bought no fish. I didn't need nothing. Like only thing I needed to eat was some sides. I go buy some vegetables, but I ain't need no fish. Like I had freezer full of stuff. And I mean, and for me, that's probably like the greatest thing about, hunting and fishing, just, living outdoors. Cause I still to this day, like if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't buy meat out of stuff, and I still don't buy as much as I would, because I mean, I'm eating deer. I mean, I kill squirrels. I mean, if I get doves, anything like fish, I don't buy fish out of the store for real. Like that is, we did the good, bad, and the ugly earlier, but that is really the good for me, being able to provide, for myself and, just family. Like anytime, oh, I want some squirrels, nephew, or whatever, hey, okay, I got you. Hey, like that right there is very fulfilling. Like this sport, this, this hobby, this obsession is just so great, to the point to where you touch so many people, even people, then like you say, at some point in time, we're going to get to the point where we can't do this no more. And it's going to be somebody that hopefully come behind us and make sure that we still can enjoy, the fruits of that labor by bringing us, squirrels and fish and stuff like that. And I feel like as a culture, that's just something that we do. We look out for each other, and hunting has been here forever. We couldn't always, go to stores and get stuff. We couldn't always, just afford, things that we can afford now. So we had hunters. I come from a long line. Every uncle I have hunts has hunted, will hunt, grandfathers, everything like that. So it's just a thing that's just passed down, from, decades and decades. And it's just a great thing to see and be able to, help each other, in this, to see each other mature and become, better. Because I'm sure, just like D with hunting and shooting and knowing about, guns, and same thing with Black, just learning stuff, and then all of a sudden, okay, you kind of just sit back and watch, and then you see, okay, they picking up on this, they did this, I ain't had to say nothing. And the same thing with fishing with D, like he showed me something that after a while he ain't had to take me how to catch no fish, because he know, hey, he gonna catch fish. Let me go over and make sure I'm catching some, so he won't outdo me, and that's just the beauty of it, man. Like I promise you. You young in this, and young in the sense of time spent doing it. But once you just kind of find your knack and find your thing in this, you're gonna be ate up with it. You say right now, like, oh, I can't leave work. Shit, you gonna find a way to leave work.
Find a way to leave work, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you got something to do. I promise you, it's that kind of deal. It really is.
Did none of y'all go to Tuskegee undergrad?
I didn't.
I went to the realist.
What was the realist?
Shit go. Hit this shit go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, hit this shit. We need to go and get back to the recording.
We ain't even gonna tap into that.
Nah, somebody's gonna say something about Fort Valley. Just as soon as you give it a chance, let's get back to the hunting piece.
I went to Fort Valley. What's up, though?
We ain't gonna tap into that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I already knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That's what I say.
We ain't gonna tap into that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let you have that. We're gonna let you have that.
Yeah.
But let me ask this. So, like, what is a successful hunt? Like, what do you feel like? It don't matter what it is?
To me, a successful hunt is anytime I get to hunt. Because every time I hunt, I either see some, experience some, or learn something. Like, I went hunting yesterday, trying to kill this one particular deer. And I saw one thing I've never seen before. I've seen two coyotes breed. Never seen nothing like that before. They run through the woods just like, how dogs run around and chase each other and jump over each other's back and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the game, they did the same thing. So I was hoping they would have got closer so I could have shot one of them. But they sat there for 30 minutes, jumping on each other's back.
You a hypocrite like I don't know what. You just said you don't eat.
Right.
You don't shoot, then you trying to shoot.
I said, no.
I said, I don't trying to get the tail out here, and then you trying to shoot.
No.
No. I'm just messing with D.
You right, D.
I don't hunt for nothing that I can't eat. But if a bobcat came up under my stand Sunday evening, I ain't shoot it. But see, them coyotes, they sat there too long, all that playing and all that shit, scaring off all the deer. So at that point, if I got a chance to get them on out, they got to go.
So what is your stand? Is your stand in a tree? Like is that what you consider it?
Yeah, no? I'm 18 feet up a tree. Yeah, 18 feet up a tree.
Ooh.
Hey, man, can I tell y'all a story real quick? It's a quick story, I promise you, dog.
Yeah, come on.
So I got my guy I work with, right? He texts me like, yo, we're about to go hunting. Let's go. I'm like, cool. He's like, I got my Tennessee license. We go to Mulberry, Tennessee to get it in. It's cool. So we get up there. It's the night before the hunt. We go up there at night, so car won't make noise, all that kind of stuff. We can walk up the ridge and get to it, right? I got the bottle. We get drinking, all that good stuff, right? That night, he's like, hey, man, listen. I'm going to get you in a tree climber tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm like, yo, cool. Tell me about it. He's like, all right, man, cool. So tree climber, right? You're gonna get in it, you're gonna climb in it, stand on the footboard, on the foot platform, you're gonna sit on the top part, you're gonna sit on it and get your feet up, and go up higher, you know what I mean? You know how you do it, right? Tree climber, right? I'm like, all right, dog, you tell me this now that we out here, like, ain't no going back. Cool, right? He says, all right, man, but look, I ain't got no safety harness, right? No harness, right? Cool. For me, new guy, I'm nervous. No harness, right? He said, hey, man, listen, also, I got some, as far as the foot stirrups, the foot security, right? I got some zip ties. You just slide the seat in there real quick. And then I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? This the night before a hunt. You brought me all up here to Mulberry, Tennessee. We about to go hunting. You got me in a stand that had zip ties as the foot security.
You should have said
no. I said, oh. So I mean, it worked out. I got up the tree. It worked out. I understand the deer. You know what I mean? Got a good shot placement. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. It was cool, but hella uncomfortable, dog. Hella nervous. Like, you know what I mean? The stand wasn't, it wasn't what it was supposed to be, man. But yeah. So talking about stands, they can go as high as you want them to be, or as low. You can climb up the tree with it, or you can climb up a ladder and get in it. Just that's my story.
This, bruh. When it comes to this pain thing, never let yourself in a situation you don't feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable with the
Uh-oh.
I think that Boost Smoke on froze, bro.
Hey, I thought it was me at first.
Somebody can finish that story. Somebody know what's up. Tell me what I need to know.
What are you saying? If you don't feel comfortable, hey, you is not fitting to enjoy it. Like, I done been in stands before, like you say, don't know nothing about it. Like, man, I think I was 14 the first time I got in a tree climber, and I had never been in one before. I got up there fine, but climbing down, I about couldn't climb down. I didn't know nothing about it, But hey, like you say, I'm out here, I'm hunting, I want to kill a deer. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like now, I can get in a stand now, and be like, if I get, like, say, when I go back home to Arkansas and hunt, if my cousin sets a stand, I get in that stand, I'd be like, oh no, this ain't comfortable. This ain't right. Like, he different. Like, I'm 6'5", he 5'6", so our dynamics are totally different. To where the tree he would pick, I wouldn't pick, or the height that he sets, something is going to be different. So all that stuff is kind of not necessarily interchangeable when you are in those type of spaces. Different type of stands, if we talking about like a tripod, a box stand, or a ground blind, those have a little bit more wiggle room, but at the same time, body type matters. I have probably a 7-foot wingspan. Somebody with a 5-foot wingspan can get in a smaller box than I can. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff kind of factors in to, like I told you before, get comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the better hunt you're gonna have. Whether or not you see anything or not, if you're comfortable, you're gonna be all right because you're not miserable. If you in the stand, you cramped up, your back hurting, your feet cold, your hands cold, you ain't liking it. That ain't good. But if you somewhere and like, hey, I'm warm, hey, my body ain't aching, I'm fine. Hey, you can sit there all day. You can sit there longer, and you ain't worried about nothing because, hey, you good.
Oh, yeah. But hey, he definitely right. You definitely want to be comfortable. Like I promise you, like we go out here tonight. I don't know what the temperature is tonight, but like last night it probably like 30 degrees here. So shoot, hey, you definitely want to be warm, have some good boots. One thing you don't never want to be cheap. Like, well, I want to get these boots here. Like, you want to get the best grain boots you can get, so that way your feet warm. Find you the thickest socks you can find, because you don't want to go out there with no done dress socks on, toes numb. Like, I can't stand for my ears because they already small. So I'm like, oh hell no. Like, shoot, I promise you, G. Like, when my ears or my toes be cold, hey, you might well catch me in the truck, because I don't care if I've been out there an hour. Hey, I don't care if I've been out there 20 minutes. Hey, G, Black, where you at, boy? My ears got cold, toes cold. Hey, so me and Dexter went hunt up there for snow goose. Hey, I promise you. Hey, it had to be. Dexter, how cold it was up there, G? I promise you, it was like a negative.
Yeah. The last time we went, it was like, for real, like no lie, like it was like -6. I promise you, it was cold.
Dog, that's the coldest. I'm talking about. Fingers cold, toes numb. I'm talking about all life, man. And then you ain't shooting there. Like, if you shooting and killing and doing some stuff, you like, all right, you overlook a lot of stuff. Then when it's just boring and you just sitting there and then you cold, oh boy, that's trash. There, I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, and like you say, deer hunting, that's how deer hunting is. If you ain't seeing nothing and you cold, yeah, you like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You ain't seeing it because, I mean, deer hunting is just about, especially still hunting, it's about being in the right place at the right time. I've said plenty of times and not seen nothing. You could be in a good spot, but still not see nothing at that present time. So, hey, if you warm, you in a stand that you comfortable in, hey, you don't mind sitting a little bit longer. Because sometimes, I mean, I've left the stand at 10:30 and went back and checked cameras, and the deer was there at 11. 30 minutes, and I missed it because I left the stand. You know, it happens that way. You know, but you know, if you comfortable, you are more apt to stay longer. And like I say, don't go. I always tell anybody, you know, you ain't got to have the most high dollar, but get the best you can afford for yourself at that time. You know, a lot of boots are different, a lot of clothes are different, but get the best you can afford at that time. Get stuff that's weatherproof because it rains, you get wet. You know, sometimes you still want to go hunt. Now you don't want to go out there and just everything cotton. Now you're soaking wet. Get you some stuff that's weatherproof. Get you some stuff that's rainproof. You know, get you some like the wicked material stuff that's breathable. You know, all type of stuff like that to make your hunt more pleasant. Because, like I say, the more comfortable you are, the better your gear. You know, the more proper preparation. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Be prepared for all things. Like I got, you know, waders. I got rain suits, like all type of stuff, because you never know, you know, what's gonna happen. And me and Black, I mean, even coon hunting, squirrel hunting, if it's raining, we still done been out there. You know, like it's just that type of deal. If you prepared, you ain't never got to worry about nothing. And that's pretty much how hunting is. You know, in the grand scheme of things, the better prepared you are, the better hunts you have.
Hey, Lyles, what kind of gun you shoot, man?
So right now I haven't even purchased my own weapon, man. My guy, he just gave me one. Like, yo, this one I've been using since I was a kid. He gave me a Remington 710. It's a 270, right?
270.
Yeah, so
Okay.
270. Yeah, that's what I've been shooting. And he said, yo, bro, he said, as long as you know me, hold on to it. So last year we started so late in the season. I got like, I think I went out maybe twice and got a deer or whatnot. This year we've been going out a lot, been seeing a lot of stuff. Actually saw my first buck chasing a doe. Heard about it, never seen it happen. So this year, getting a lot more hunting in this year, but that's what I'm still using right now. I haven't purchased my own rifle yet. That's why I'm using his. And then I got my own shotgun. No, I got a Stoger 12 gauge.
So with 12 gauge 3000, hey, I shoot a Stoger too.
Yep. So I got a Stoger 3000. I got that for everything else. Yeah, but you know, it's been the 270 been good to me though. I mean, you know, I don't know what I want to purchase for my own, but you know.
Hey, I like to shoot that 7 mag though.
Okay.
I got a Remington 7 mag.
I heard about that 7 mag.
Hey, I got a 710, 270, probably the same everything. It's man, I killed so many deer with that gun. Hey, it's insane. 270 it'll do everything you need to do gun wise. North America, it'll do anything you need to do. No problem. I got a lot of different rifles. I like to hunt with different rifles. I don't know. Like I just told my nephew, every man need more than one gun. It's just a part of it, you know, kind of might be an ego thing. I'm into this, you know. So once you do find your own gun, man, it's so many different guns. Like if you like 270, you probably end up buying your 270. Another thing I would say about, you know, weapon choice is ammo availability. You don't want to get nothing that you can't find ammo to anywhere. Right now, in today's economy, it's horrible, period. Like, you can't find too much of nothing anywhere. So you want to get you something that's economical in a sense, and you want to have something that, you know, if you go into Texas and say, man, I forgot my bullets. Okay, we can go to Walmart or Academy Sports or somewhere, you know, that's everywhere, and you can get you some bullets and you can go and enjoy your hunt. You know, it's a lot of different, you know, caliber, rifles out there now that are hard to find in a sense. And a lot of folks, have to make their own bullets, stuff like that. But that costs a lot more money. Like I say, you just get into it. You happy to have some clothes.
I'm happy to be there.
Right. So somebody saying, "Oh, you get this gun, you got to make your own bullets." That's not economical. But if you get I'll just name a few: a 270, a 30-06, a 243. I throw a 30-30 in there. All those right there are pretty much economical rounds that you can find pretty much anywhere. And you can go hunt however you feel, however you please. And have a good time. But, that's, like I say, that is part of, like I say, in 5, like I say, you don't have a rifle right now, but in 5 years, I guarantee you'll have 3 or 4, if not more, depending on, just how bad you want to do it. Because if you get just say you buy a 270, you already got a shotgun, you say, well, hey, I need a 22. You never know. Every man needs a 22. Now you got a 22, and then, hell, if you got an automatic shotgun, you say, I need a pump shotgun now. Hey, I don't know why I need a pump shotgun, but I want a pump shotgun. And now, hey, if you get a 270 and you kill 5 or 6 deer, you say, I want me another rifle. I want to try something else. Hey, now you got a 7mm weight. Like it just because I got so many guns, I forget. I literally forget where I got guns at because I got so many. It's just part of it. Like it's crazy.
That sounds like a woman with handbags and shoes.
Hey, that's a good comparison, right?
Hey, you ain't lying.
That's a good comparison, especially with the price. I mean, how some of them go, but that makes a lot of sense, though, man. Every weapon doesn't work perfectly for everything, so you might need to diversify a little bit and have things accessible to you. You know what I'm saying?
So it is safe to say that you use different guns and different. I don't want to say killing machines, but you use different things to kill different things. So, because what'd you say?
You gonna use different guns to kill different animals. So, like, you don't want to use when he just in a 270. The bullet about this big and it's very powerful to shoot a squirrel or a raccoon.
Right.
So if he get into a coon hunt, squirrel hunting, like he might get a 22 or a 17.
See, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, you got that look, I had a 270 ready to go.
Yeah. Like when you shoot like squirrels and coons and stuff, you want to shoot a small caliber, like a 22 or a 17. Like if we going bird hunt, you want to use a shotgun.
Okay.
And then if he going deer hunting, like that's when you want to use a high power rifle, like he said, a 270, 30-06, 7 mag, stuff like that.
Because you have a bigger animal.
So it's a bigger animal. I mean, you shoot a deer with a 22, he can tote that on. Hey, wait, that little bull did big.
Look, that nigga gonna say, ooh. He's gonna keep going.
Hey, hold on. Adrian, how you do it? How you do it?
Hey, I promise you, little.
Hey, but that shot placement is so crazy too, though.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to shoot them. Like
shot placement crazy.
Dexter, taught me, because man, when I first started deer hunting, I promise you, long as I smoked them jokers, I thought that was great. But like you definitely want to shoot them, like whether they're on the left side by that elbow where the heart sit in, or you want to shoot if they're on that right side, you want to try to blow that shoulder out. Yeah. So I mean, Dexter told me because I was gut shotting them, and then when we go to clean it, man, they smell horrible. Then they run a mile away, and you got to drag them up out there. Like now when I shoot that 7 mag, if I can shoot and one reason I shoot that 7 mag, they fold like a lawn chair. Like as soon as I shoot them, they gonna drop right there. Boom. 9 times out of 10, they dropping right there, and I just go pick them up right there. Like I ain't got time to be. Oh, they go a little blood over there. Hey, I see some blood over here. Like you ain't got time to be tracking these jokers 100 or 200 yards away. And then if you track 200 yards away, that means you got to drag them 200 yards back. I was like, man, them jokers terrible. No, horrible idea.
So Adrian talking about she want to go hunting, but
I do.
She gonna gut it. Hold on, are you gonna field dress it though?
Listen.
I mean, you can't just shoot. You can't just shoot it and be like, oh, well, you can do that. Nah.
No,
My guy made me get in there, bro.
No.
I'm in the thing with the red hands, like,
listen.
Oh, what
Well,
you doing?
okay.
What we doing? I had to put it on my face. You know what I mean? I had to put it on my face a little bit.
Listen,
That nigga the whole experience.
I'm gonna need some gloves, cause see, these are surgeon hands. Okay, I love cutting up stuff, so you can put me. I wanna gut it. I'm gonna cut it open. You know, but just give me some gloves.
You should love it then. Hey, surgeon hand, you should love cleaning stuff, because that's how I be feeling.
I love it.
I don't mind. I've been doing it since way for 20 years now. But shoot, I never, that's just part of it's like doing surgery, like going through that. Oh, this is this part. You can go through there and identify reproductive tracts, whatever you want to do. You can make it fun, whatever you want to do. But that is really, and I got some friends that talk to they I love to hunt. They go hunting, but they don't clean a thing. And I just be looking at them like, you call yourself hunting, you don't clean nothing. Like, I done been with them jokers everywhere. We done went out of town to hunt. We done went everywhere. Oh man, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay them to clean mine. I'm like, ain't no way I'm gonna pay nobody to do something that I can do. But I tell you, they love to hunt, but they do not clean nothing. And if they see this, they know who I'm talking about, because they don't clean nothing. And I would never understand how they like I said before. That right there, like, I process my own meat. Like, I make my own sausage, I make my own burger, like, I cut my own steaks. I do all that myself.
Man,
I don't send nothing off. I do it all myself. So I just pretty much just take pride in just the whole process from start to finish, on getting it done. Like, hell, I went squirrel hunting before this. I killed 3 squirrels. Hey, I'm like, oh, I clean them, I give them away, but hey, I clean them. Hey, it ain't no problem, because it's like, I feel like when I'm doing that stuff, like when I get all my meat together, like I'm working at the grocery store. This is a grocery store right here. Hey, so that's just me, But some folks just find pride in different stuff. Some folks say, oh, I ain't got time to do that. But like I say, being economical, it'll cost you these days $250.
Hey, $250 easy, because I take mine to the process. Hey, I clean it, but see, as far as think I'm finna cut steaks. Man, I don't know. Hey, man, I ain't never cut no steaks. I ain't never did none of that. Look, hey, I like jalapeno pepper and cheese sausage, and these jokers make it down the road. So hey, I'm taking that deal down the road. So when we go hunting next week, hey, my deals is going to a process. Hey, I know what I want. Hey, here. Hey, that's what you do for a living. I don't have time to see it. Hey, Dexter got patience. He want to cut it up. Hey, put it in the meat grinder. Like, if I got a commercial meat grinder, I do it. But man, when we got them little bitty ones and they be getting stuck with the faster and stuff, over with. I'm tired of cleaning that mess out. And no, I don't. Trash.
Well, let me ask you this: do people ask y'all to hunt for them? Like, do they ask y'all for meat? Like, oh, I know you like to go hunt, so what's your response?
hey, all the time. It all depends. Like I get a lot of folk who want raccoons and stuff like that. I'm talking about, and these people, they'll pay me like $25. I'm like, that's cool. Cause shoot, that's a bag of dog food. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I eat $25 a raccoon. Okay, cool. I'm talking about, hey, and I mean, I'm already going to hunt to train my dog anyway. And then I'm helping you out too, cause they were like, shoot, man, I ain't had a raccoon in years. I ain't had a raccoon, or hey, I need a raccoon. Hey, can you get me 10 raccoons? So now I gotta go. I gotta get this man 10 raccoons, because he having a big old thing in his house for Super Bowl or something like that. So he wants 10 raccoons.
And he wants you to clean them? So you gotta clean them. So you're not charging extra for cleaning them?
Oh no, hey, that's cleaning too. Like, I go out there, shoot them and clean them. I mean, it ain't gonna take you long. You know what I'm saying? Like skinning a cat or something like that. Like, I mean, it don't take long at all.
What about you, Dexter? Dexter was like, do they? So do you?
People, like I said earlier, at some point in time, we're not gonna be able to do this. Like I say, my family full of hunters. We had some elderly cousins. Me and my cousin, we was probably 14, 15. We'd have, cousins or uncles like, hey, you get a coon, I want it. If you get some squirrels, I want it. So I grew up, hunting for other people, you know, because at 13, 14, 15, I'm not, you know, in the kitchen like I am now, you know. But at that time, if my uncle or older cousin wanted, you know, a raccoon or a squirrel or a deer shoulder or whatever, yeah, hey, give it to him. And it really, and still to this day, I do it because I can only eat so much of it. I'm the only one in my house that eats deer. Mm-hmm. Nobody else eats squirrels. So if I kill 50 squirrels or so, I'm not going to eat 50 squirrels in a year. I might keep a dozen and give all the rest of them away. I'm not going to eat 5 deer in a year. I keep 2 and get the rest of them away. You know, it's just, so yeah, I hunt. I mean, and that is added motivation for me to go hunt when I say, hey, somebody wants some meat, somebody needs something, so let me go ahead and get out here and make it happen, you know. So yeah, of course, people are always going to ask you for stuff. Now, I don't mind people asking for just meat, but when they get specific, I want spice. I want spicy sausage and this and that, you know, like I'm like, wait a minute now. Hey, it's one thing to give you meat, but when you start asking about, you getting real specific. Hey, you a little too picky now.
Hey,
you a little too picky.
Processor, hey, look,
hey, you a little too picky. Like, hey, I ain't just giving away, you know, just everything. But if you want this shoulder with the bone in it, hey, you can have it. If you want these squirrels that I ain't, you know, if you want these squirrels or this raccoon or whatever that's out this cooler, you can have it. But when I go to doing extra stuff, you may be able to come to my house and eat versus me just giving you this prime cut of meat that you asking me for. That's a little bit different.
Nah, see, I don't eat game. I just, my uncle, wait, Lyle. So my uncle hunts. He's been hunting for a long time. Squirrel, raccoon, rabbit, deer. He caught a hog like right after Halloween, I think. And yeah, like I just And I remember one time we were down at my grandmother's house, and my sisters who are younger than me, they went in the kitchen. They was like, "Ooh, what's this in this gravy? It smells good." And I was like, "Don't touch it." And my uncle was like, "No, just go ahead and get you a little bit." And I was like, And so I was like, she was like, "Is this chicken?" I was like, "No, baby. That's something that was running wild." And so he started laughing. I said, "So what is it?" And he was like,
"Oh boy, you don't discourage."
You know what I mean? You polluted their mind already before they even had a chance to taste it and see if it was good or not.
It looked
you know
good
what I mean?
too. It was.
That's
like,
really what it is. Yeah.
It had gravy on it, and it looked delicious. But nah, I'm not about that life. It was deer.
Oh boy.
I'm not about that life.
Oh boy, that deer, I promise you'll eat that deer. That jalapeno pepper and cheese,
boy.
I promise you will smash that joke.
Bro, I rock with the summer sausage too, though. The summer sausage be pretty legit.
Oh boy, Dexter love that summer sausage. But shoot, me, G, since I've been down here and I tried that jalapeno pepper and cheese, G, I don't want nothing else. They can have that maple, they can have regular deer sauce. I don't care about none of it. Jalapeno pepper and cheese. I promise you.
Deer?
I'm talking about deer. I promise you, I can be like, man, I feel like I need a little snack. Hey, let me go take out one of these packs and throw it in the oven real quick. Hey, I promise you, G, that jalapeno pepper and cheese is the best thing you will ever try when it comes to this deer.
Okay, so this is the thing. All right, so since I want to hunt, I just, let's just go ahead and just let me know when the next big hunt gonna be. I'm gonna get my camo together, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what I need. We need to go as a group or just invite me with the group and then give me some jalapeno pepper and cheese deer. And Lyle, you make sure you do me some of that quail that you be doing, because Lyle had like the little quail breast on the grill. I was like, oh, what is that? It's so cute.
It was Dove. Yeah, it was Dove.
Oh, it was Dove. I'm sorry.
Dove. My guy, he has a bird dog. He has a bird dog, and the dog is older now, but the dog won some championships, won some stuff in the past or whatnot, and we Papa and the dog would just send the dog off, you know what I mean? Bring him back, you know what I mean? Whatever, we packed him up and in the back of the truck, took pictures and all that stuff. So yeah, it's different, man. It's a lot of good food out here, man. It's running out what? Natural. You know what I'm saying? That being processed and injected with stuff, and you know what I mean, and all this stuff, man. Just natural good food out here.
Absolutely.
And we're missing it because we're just not open to it. I remember one point in time I was against sushi. I'm not eating sushi. I don't want. I actually went into eating sushi with open minds and like, damn, this shit kind of good. Same thing with venison. I was like, damn,
Oh,
yeah.
gee.
let me try.
Sushi, bro.
Bro, let me try filet. I'm sorry. Let me try a backstrap. Let me eat a backstrap. Whoa, this is premium.
Hey, you said it right.
Premium.
Hey, boy.
Bro.
Hey, somebody must have loved you to give him a backstrap.
Hey, G, my guy, he's totally on. I'm telling you, my guy here.
Hey, a Joe got to love you to give you a backstrap, bro. I promise you.
Man.
Hey, a Joe give you a shoulder or a ham in a heartbeat.
Nah, he didn't give me a heart. He didn't give me a ham, bro. He said, yo, bro, he said, come over, man. Let's get on this green egg. My guy, I'm excited about my guy, Jake. Good dude, man. He put me on. He said, yo, man, have the backstrap we about to put on. He put the potatoes on. We got to eating, got to drinking, and it was cool. You know, that's why I fell in love with that meat, man.